On a damp, chilly evening, a tiny kitten sat shivering in front of an abandoned house gate. No bigger than the palm of my hand. The kitten trembled, its wide, round eyes filled with fear. Its grayish fur was soaked and matted with mud. I happened to pass by, carrying groceries home from the supermarket, eager to reach the warmth of dinner after a long day. But the sight of the kitten made me stop in my tracks. "Little one, what are you doing here?" I asked softly, knowing full well it couldn't answer. The kitten tilted its head to look at me, a faint glimmer of hope in its eyes. In that moment, a mix of sadness and determination welled up inside me. I knelt down, placing my bags on the sidewalk. From one of them, I pulled out a small snack, opened the package, and set it before the kitten. "Come here, eat up. You must be starving, right?" At first, the kitten hesitated, glancing at me nervously. Then, it cautiously stepped closer, its tiny paws inching forward. Moments later, it took its first bite. As it ate, the kitten seemed to forget my presence entirely. Its little tongue worked quickly, and I couldn't help but smile, both amused and heartbroken. After the kitten finished eating, I decided I couldn't leave it there. Night was falling, and the cold wind and lurking dangers were too much for such a fragile creature. "How about coming home with me?" I asked without thinking. The kitten looked at me for a moment, then slowly moved closer. I gently picked it up, feeling its cold, frail body in my hands. Once home, I took my time cleaning the kitten. Beneath the layers of grime was a beautiful coat of pure white fur, marred only by a small black patch on its head, like a smudge of ink. I prepared a cozy basket for the kitten to sleep in, placing it near a lamp for some warmth. In the days that followed, the kitten quickly adapted to its new home. I named it Mochi, inspired by the little black patch that resembled a drop of ink. It was a quiet, chilly evening when I happened to pass by an old, weathered bridge. Beneath it, a tiny kitten curled up tightly, shivering against the biting cold wind. The kitten's fur was matted and dirty, a visible testament to the harshness of its life as a stray. Its round eyes looked up at me, filled with a fragile glimmer of hope, as if daring to trust a stranger. I stopped in my tracks, a pang of sadness gripping my heart. Digging through my bag, I found a leftover packet of soup from a recent camping trip. Carefully, I tore it open and placed it gently in front of the kitten. "Here you go, little one. Have a bite. You must be starving, right?" At first, the kitten hesitated, retreating slightly, but hunger soon overcame its fear, and it inched closer, its tiny paws pressing into the cold ground. Within moments, it was eagerly lapping up the soup, its small body trembling less with each sip. Once the kitten had finished eating, I knelt beside it, softly brushing my fingers over its tangled fur. "How about I take you home and take care of you?" I whispered. The kitten couldn't understand my words, of course, but there was a faint recognition of kindness in its eyes. I gently scooped it up, cradling its frail body in my arms, and carried it home. The moment we arrived, I bathed the kitten, washing away the grime to reveal a coat of pristine white fur beneath. I decided to name the kitten Milk, inspired by its newly uncovered snowy white fur. Over the following days, Milk quickly adapted to its new home. From a timid, shivering stray, it blossomed into a playful, affectionate companion, filling my home with warmth and joy. Milk's story is a simple yet profound reminder that even the smallest acts of kindness can transform a life. In offering care to this tiny creature, I found a sense of purpose and connection. Sometimes, it takes just one moment of compassion to change not only a life, but also the way we see the world.